What's up, everybody? This is Jeff. So, I keep getting some questions about Oahu. Now, everybody, when they think of Hawaii, they think of the main island. I mean, this is more often than not, they say the main island. To me, the main island is the island of Hawaii. So, if you didn't know that, there is a main island of Hawaii. It's the Big Island, the island of Hawaii. The state is named after Hawaii Iki. So, that's a Polynesian explorer. Um, I want to say also it's been said that it could be Hawaii Loa, but don't quote me on that. And no one really knows where the name Hawaii came from. But the main island of Hawaii is Hawaii Island, the Big Island. Oahu is what everyone considers the main island because that's where Honolulu is, the biggest city and the highest population center. That's where the main airport is. So, since a lot of people, when they move to Hawaii, they want to move to the main island. When they're talking about that, they're talking about Oahu. We're going to go ahead and talk about that. Now, I've actually never been, or I'm sorry, I've never lived in Oahu, but I've been there many times, more times than I can count on two hands and toes, or two hands and feet. So, I spent a lot of time in Oahu. I know that island pretty good. The reason I do not live there is because it's just too many people for me. If I was really actively pursuing a career uh, in a big city in Hawaii, I would definitely say, the abundance of opportunities is probably there because that's kind of like little Tokyo. I mean, it's the heart of Hawaii, so to speak. Yeah, you can say that. It's it's a beautiful island. Oahu is. You have the North Shore. You got Sunset Beach, Bonsai Pipeline, Waimea Bay, which is where the Eddy is held. A lot of people like to surf up there during the winter months. That's from about December to maybe early March. Now, the thing to consider about that is North Shore does not get big waves outside of that, really. So, I mean, and this year's been kind of slow. 2017 has been off to a slow start, or even late 2016. Early 2016 was an El Nino year, so this is a La Nina year. And they say that El Nino's the powerhouse and La Nina's the, you know, calmer version. It's like a polar opposite. So after a really explosive year of, storms, it kind of slows down. Um, so here's the other thing about Hawaii. Since I got kind of off on a surfing thing, but a lot of people want to go to live in North Shore. The big thing about North Shore is it is more rural and it is more laid back than Waikiki, Honolulu. And you can live over there actually for more affordable prices than you would pay in Honolulu. However, the road there, it's iffy. It's safe. I mean, it's one lane pretty much all the way there. Um, it's kind of a long haul. A lot of you might be used to those long hauls going from, I don't know, main city to a suburbia, wherever you're coming from, and you're like, well, I used to drive an hour to work anyway. It doesn't really matter. Then you should be fine there. I mean, it's just, remember, on an island, long drives, they feel a little bit longer and they just kind of take more of a toll on you than they would on the mainland. On the mainland, you just get on a expressway and you're in and out. Oahu is doing okay, I guess. I say that because traffic in Oahu is considered probably horrible. It's not even considered like okay. It's gridlock traffic at times. I mean, you can be backed up on uh, the highway for a long time. They are building a rail. Me personally, I am majorly amped up about a rail system. It blows my mind when I hear these people complaining about rail. I don't get it. I do not get it. I mean, rail is amazing. It's a great idea. I've been to Sydney, Australia. I've been to Washington, D.C. I've been to New York City. I've been to San Francisco. I've ridden BART. I mean, I've been to, I lived in San Diego. I used to take the train around there. Um, I've ridden Amtrak. You know, I've been to Rome, Paris, London. They're all about rail. There is people here in this state who complain about the light rail system being built, which is going to take some of the stress off of the roads. And yeah, they say, well, they're over budget, they don't know how to budget. But why are you complaining about rail? Why do we need more cars on the road? Why do we need more waste of gas? Why do we need to be pumping more gas into the environment and into our cars so that we can go to and fro when we could get on a train that does not do anything but it doesn't get in gridlock traffic. It goes 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, however fast the rail goes, stops, goes. Why do you people, and I only say you people because it's a percentage of people, because a lot of people are going to agree that people who've traveled the rest of the world, been to Tokyo, Beijing, Hong Kong, Sydney, London, Paris, they get it. They get it. They're like, rail is the way to go. It's actually the way of the future. It was the way of the past, and then we came into an automobile era where people were like, yeah, cars, gas, oil. Let's get that oil, black gold. Let's go. You know, and they just love it. But I think rail's going to make a comeback, and that's a good thing because we need less cars on the road, especially here in Hawaii. You talk to many people around here, and this is another thing. There was a study done. Road rage is worse. In Hawaii, it's the worst state for road rage. So yet again, to all you anti-rail people, explain why rail really is a bad idea. No, seriously. I'm sure you have your reasons, and I might agree with some of them, but I just I can't get over it. I can't. I'm done with that rant there. So rails being built in Oahu, that's a good thing. Another thing to consider about Oahu is there's plenty of universities. It's a great town for college-age students. The lifestyle is going to be very amazing for you if you have friends and you like to go hang out at the beach, do hikes. There's a lot of hikes. There's a lot of surfing. Obviously, we mentioned that. There's just a great nightlife scene in Oahu. Dating scene is pretty good in Oahu. Military goes there and spends money. So it's got a lot of money coming in and out of there. A lot of tourists from China, or not China, Japan in particular, but China too. A lot of tourists from the mainland. It's just in Waikiki alone. If you wouldn't probably want to hang out there, maybe go to Ala Moana Mall, which is a great mall. It's one of my favorite malls I've ever been to. I don't know why, but I just like it. It's kind of an open air mall. It's got like urban stuff, kind of expensive, but it's got a cool food court. I love the food court there at Ala Moana Mall. Whereas the other islands don't really have a great mall. Maui's getting there. Maui's close. Big island now. No malls here that are worth really writing home about. Yeah, cost of living there on Oahu is higher than the other islands. Considerably higher, like 30 to 40% higher. And the quality of some of the places is, I mean, it's hard to not leave. It's hard to have a higher debt to income or higher income to debt in Hawaii, especially on Oahu. But for all you who want to move there and try to make things, I would say try to also create an online income. So utilize the online community on the internet to bring in some extra income outside of your job, whether it be YouTube or blogging or Amazon affiliate programs or whatever. I mean, you find your way. You can find out how to make money online. Just Google it. But yeah, get savvy with your economics online, and that might take some time. So get started now. Don't procrastinate, please, guys. I tell you this. This is like the number one piece of advice that people give, and it's true. Do not procrastinate. procrastination is the number one dream killer you will ever come across. I mean, I've known people who had a great idea, and you know what they did with that great idea? They couldn't come to terms with what they were going to call it, what they were going to name their brand. And I've named many brands, and they've all been fine. I mean, look at Yahoo, Google, Amazon, Kayak, Expedia, Airbnb. I mean, they don't really spend too much time saying, I'm going to call it chic to chic. Look, the cooler you try to get with your name, bye, you're done. You've lost it. You're trying to get too cool with your name. You've lost focus on what you need to be focused on, which is what are you going to do? And the only way you're going to find out what you're going to do is to get started and get in there. I mean, you don't know how much you can bench unless you get on the bench press and start doing it. I mean, you can sit there and think about, well, I might be able to bench press 155 pounds, and then I can be up to 205, and then I can be up to 310. Or you can say, well, I don't know, let me go push. Let me keep working at it. So that's kind of why I bring that up, because I want to inspire you guys to not procrastinate, but get started. So yes, you probably should consider a secondary income such as internet income when you move to Oahu or anywhere in Hawaii, because income to debt is going to be a challenge. Debt to income, whatever you want to call it. Again, Oahu does have more of a vibrant lifestyle than the other islands. The other islands are more relaxed. So in Oahu, you're always going to feel kind of just amped up. So amped up is the best way I can put it. You're not going to get that like chill vibe. I mean, you can go to the beach and chill, yeah. But if you like to be like kind of like entertained and excited, Oahu's your place. If you want to be like laid back, Maui or Kauai or Big Island. So the hiking scenes and the outdoors, there are several hikes that are really fun to do, but they're closed. And like Crouching Lion, Stairway to Heaven, which is haiku stairs, the people who hike those stairs, they go over it illegally, so it's not legal to hike those stairs. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video to give you some insight into Oahu, see if it's a good fit for you. Like I said, it's expensive, more expensive than the other islands. It's more exciting than the other islands. There's more opportunities than the other islands. It's got beautiful places like Lani Kai, North Shore, Diamond Head, some of the mountain trails. So it's a big enough island to explore it, but the downside is it is easy to get island fever there, because the food might get boring. Once you've done the island a couple times, you're kind of like, ooh boy, I've kind of been to K Bay, I've been to Kaneohe, I've been to Lani Kai a couple times, and in a year it's easy to get bored there, especially when you're like, wow, $600 to fly home to see my family, and then $600 to fly back. The stress might start to mount on you. So maybe plan on doing like a 6 month to a year experiment in Hawaii, and then give yourself an option to say, well, if I like it, I'll extend, but I'm only going to go there for 6 to 12 months and see how I like it. Don't just go there and say, oh, I'm going to move to Hawaii and I'm going to live there for the rest of my life, because let's be real. So anyways, guys, if you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you next time.